entirely.
Just a thought of the holidays stresses some people out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed out are you? You got work, kids, school, whatever. Tonight, a new way to deal with the stress. It has proven to be so effective that pretty soon, Bay Area police officers will learn it. Dr. Kim Mulvihill on how it works. I can't wait to find out.
You'd like to try this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Stress takes a toll. It's been linked to the vast majority of chronic diseases. Well, what if you could change your brain, rewire deep emotional circuits? It's being used today to treat obesity, eating disorders, and the ever-present stress.
Ever since she was a child, Renee Lindy has struggled with compulsive overeating and weight gain.
I mean, literally every diet that's ever been out there, I think I've done.
Her entire life, she's craved carbs.
When I start, with pasta, I just want ice cream. Or if I have ice cream, I want bread.
But now these cravings are gone. In fact, Renee has to remind herself to eat, and she never counts calories.
I'm definitely losing weight.
So what happened? Renee got in touch with her inner caveman and rewired a stress circuit in the most primitive part of her brain.
I feel awesome. I feel wonderful.
It's called emotional brain training. The idea that when under stress, an ancient part of our brain kicks in, releasing hormones for fight or flight to preserve survival. A good thing if you're being chased by lions.
The momentary stress for myself, for my survival, is to have an effective stress response, that I can run away from lions. But there aren't too many lions anymore.
In our modern-day concrete jungle, the stress comes not from an occasional lion, but from nagging, persistent psychological fears.
We're talking about our country. We're in economic crisis. People losing jobs, afraid of what is going to happen tomorrow.
To calm that stress, we tend to use comfort food like a drug.
Comfortable things tend to be things that make you transiently happy. Ice cream, cookies, cake, chocolate, Italian pasta.
But those foods only make matters worse.
And we certainly don't appreciate that the foods that we're putting in our bodies when we're going for that sugary, fatty foods actually ramp up our stress. And then we ramp up our stress, and that causes our brain to activate those strong emotional drives to overeat.
These strong emotional drives, encoded deep into the brain, activate a circuit that causes us to overeat, use drugs even more.
From gambling, shopping, spending, through drinking, and even bizarre things as excess sex.
Most of us don't even know the brain circuit's there.
I'd be in Trader Joe's, and it's like my mind would shut off, or my rational mind would shut off, and I would grab a bag of their chocolate-covered peanut butter wafers. And in the 7 minutes between Trader Joe's and home, they would be gone.
When stress comes into the brain, the thinking brain and the primitive emotional brain split, and the emotional brain always wins.
And at that point, we're not the same person, and the drives for common excesses ramps up so they're unstoppable.
The antidote, focus on treating the source of the stress itself by rewiring the emotional brain.
It's like breaking an electrical circuit.
The solution is to give each of us the power to actually switch up our brain state, which is a very natural skill. There are only 5 different tools a person needs to be able to switch from stress to joy.
UCSF health psychologist Laurel Mellon teaches emotional brain training in small groups. She trains individuals to process daily stress more effectively and then to fuel their bodies with foods that don't ramp up stress.
We're using a food plan that is really consistent with our genes to decrease the stress on the brain.
A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, meats, and healthy fats. In other words, the caveman diet. Renee is hooked.
I was, raised by, whole cereals and oatmeal and brown rice, and I think those are things, they taste wonderful, but they don't work for me.
Now, the idea is this: if you stop overeating without rewiring that emotional survival level drive, you'll substitute something else. You'll get a cross addiction. I've got a lot more information on emotional brain training on our website. Just go to cbssf.com and click on health.